The volunteer training scenarios you are about to see have been inspired by real-life situations having occurred in social recreation programs offered at the Alzheimer Society, London and Middlesex. While portrayed in specific program situations, the techniques you will see can be applied to many other volunteer and client interactions. It is important to note the dementia clients depicted are in early to mid-stage dementia. In this scenario, the clients are working on their art projects with volunteers. The facilitator has just explained today's project and the clients have begun. April, our client, is paired with Sophia, the volunteer. April really isn't interested in painting today. Here's how not to handle the situation.
Okay, April, let's get started on your painting.
What painting? I didn't know we were painting today.
It's the art program. Of course we're painting today. And it's time to get started. Where's your paintbrush?
I really don't like to paint that much.
Well, that's what we're doing today. Where's your paintbrush?
I don't think I'd like to do that. In fact, I don't even know why my daughter brought me here today.
She brought you here to do art. And she's going to be really upset if she comes to pick you up and you don't have a painting finished. Everyone else is doing one and you'll be the only one without one.
I think I'd like to go home. Can you call my daughter?
You can't go home. We just started. There's 2 hours left.
Where's my daughter? When will she be here?
Forget about that, okay? Let's just paint. Everyone else is painting?
No, I don't want to paint. I want to go home. Where's my daughter?
For crying out loud. Can I be matched up with someone else, please?
Here's the same scenario with a client not wishing to engage and a proactive way of dealing with it.
Hi, April. How are you today?
Oh, I'm just fine, thanks.
Great. It's good to see you again. Sounds like we're doing some painting today.
Painting? I don't know about that. I don't really like to paint.
That's okay. We don't have to paint if you don't want to. It's a lovely day outside today, isn't it?
Oh, just gorgeous. Lots of sunshine.
Absolutely. That'll be great for the flowers in my garden. Do you have a garden?
I do. I have a little flower garden on the balcony of my apartment.
What kinds of flowers do you grow?
Oh, I have some lovely roses and tulips and daisies. Daisies are my favorite.
Mine too. I like the orange ones the best. They're so nice and bright.
Oh, yes.
You know what? I think I'm going to draw a picture of my ideal garden. Would you like to help me? We can put some daisies in it to brighten it up.
Well, I'm not very artistic.
That's okay, neither am I. But we can chat about the garden and figure out the perfect place to put each different flower.
Okay, that sounds fine.
Great. Can I get you a cup of coffee or tea before we get started?
Tea, please, with 2 milk.
Here are some key messages to consider. Have a client-centered approach. The activity is secondary to making sure the client is enjoying themselves. Be prepared to tweak things based on your client's interests and needs today. Come at it from a different angle. Sometimes you need to approach things in a different way to get the client involved. Don't get discouraged. Remember, this is social recreation. The friendly, social side of things is just as important as the activity. Be prepared to chat.
This situation has our clients working in a gardening craft group. The project has the clients painting flower pots. Linda is pleased with how her project has turned out. Working with Jonathan, the volunteer, she is very grateful for his help.
Wow, this turned out so nicely.
Right. Looks great. You did a great job.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You were such a big help.
That's my job.
I'm just so happy with it.
What do you think you're doing?
What?
You tried to hug me. That's not allowed. Why would you do something like that? I could get into a lot of trouble.
Oh. I was just excited and trying to thank you for your help.
Just say thank you then. We're not allowed to touch the clients. That is so inappropriate.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just don't do it again.
In this positive approach to a client showing physical appreciation, Jonathan finds another way to acknowledge Linda's gratitude.
Wow, this turned out so nicely.
You're right. Looks great. You did a great job.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You were such a big help.
It was a team effort, for sure.
I'm just so happy with it.
I'm so happy I could help.
I'd like to give you a hug.
That's so sweet of you, but I give high fives around here.
Okay, high five.
Here are some key messages to consider. Don't embarrass the client. Redirect, but in a subtle way. Go with your gut. If you're comfortable accepting a hug, that's fine. But err on the side of caution. Remember that inhibitions can be lowered with dementia, and the client may not be aware that what they are doing is inappropriate. If you are unsure about a situation, speak to a staff member. Make sure staff is aware of the situation in case the client brings it up later.
In this living history scrapbooking group, Linda the client is frustrated her page doesn't look as good as the sample page created by the facilitator. Volunteer Anna's reaction doesn't lessen her agitation.
How's your page coming?
I don't think it's very good.
Why's that?
Just doesn't look very much like the one that she made. It's not as nice.
Of course it's not. She's a professional. You shouldn't expect yours to look that good.
I think it looks silly. Why did I even bother trying?
Don't worry about it. You've got Alzheimer's disease. Nobody expects it to be that great.
I don't know why I come here. I'm not as good as everyone else.
Everybody is disabled. No one's work is that special. You should just lower your expectations.
Here's the same scenario, but with positive reinforcement and a much better result.
How's your page coming, Linda?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't really look right.
Let me take a look. I think it's beautiful, Linda. I love what you've done with this picture. It really stands out. You should be really proud of it.
But it doesn't look like hers. No, I don't think it's very good.
That one is just a sample. Yours tells a great story about your family, and I think it looks just great.
Really?
Absolutely. If you want, we can try and add a ribbon like in Karen's example, but that's up to you.
Maybe we could give it a try.
Great. What color would you like?
Pink.
Here are some key messages to consider. Focus on the positive. Dementia comes with a lot of negatives, so make sure to take opportunities to accentuate the positives. A little praise goes a long way. Make it a team effort.
In a group cooking program where clients socialize, prepare a meal, and then dine together, Paul is asked to cut onions. In this potentially dangerous situation, Sophia the volunteer isn't attentive or sensitive enough.
Okay, Paul, so first things, we're gonna chop some onions for the soup. Here's your knife, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Stop, you're gonna cut yourself. You can't use a knife like this.
But I thought you asked me to chop the onions.
I didn't know you were so shaky. I can't let you chop with this. You'll chop your fingers off. Here, give me the knife. I'll do it for you.
In this next version, the volunteer has anticipated some potential issues that could affect the client and is better prepared to react.
Okay, Paul, so today we're making tomato soup, which is one of my favorites. Do you like tomato soup?
Yes, it's great.
Awesome. So first we need to chop some onions. So here's your knife and your cutting board. You know what, Paul? I think that knife is going to be better for Linda, who's chopping the tomatoes. Why don't we use the slap chop instead? It'll help contain some of that onion smell and won't make your eyes water so much.
Good idea. I hate that onion smell.
Me too, it makes me cry. So here's the slap chop, and I'll help you set it up. There you go. Yep. There you go.
Here are some key messages to consider. Stick with your client, especially when there are hazards such as knives or paint close by. Don't embarrass the client. Redirect, but in a subtle way. Be mindful of your client's ability level. Suggest other activities or assistive devices to make experiences more enjoyable or safer. Speak to a staff member if you're unsure.
Here's a scenario that illustrates the importance of knowing where your client is at all times. The knitting group is about to end, and April, our client, is getting restless.
You did great work today, April. Your scarf looks fantastic.
Are we all finished?
Yes, it's nearly 12 p.m.
Okay, I'll head home then.
Do you have a ride coming for you?
Oh, I live close by, and I love to walk.
Okay, see you later.
Hi there. I'm here to pick up my mother, April. She was here for a program.
She just left. She said she was walking home and then it was close.
What? We live miles away. How is she going to walk there?
Oh, no. She told me she was going to be fine.
I've got to go out and find her.
This time, Anna, our volunteer, understands her responsibility for the safety of her client.
You did great work today, April. Your scarf looks fantastic.
Are we all finished?
Yes, it's nearly 12 p.m.
Okay, I'll just head home then.
Why don't we wait here for your son? Jonathan's coming to pick you up at noon.
Is he? Does he know where I am?
Don't worry. The receptionist will direct him when he gets here.
Well, I don't know. I'd better go and meet him.
Why don't we go sit up front together and wait for him?
That's a good idea. Then he won't be able to miss us.
Absolutely. And we can sign you out while we're at it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Here are some key messages to consider. When you are matched with a client, you are matched with them until they have been picked up. Stay with them until their ride arrives. Your client might want to wait outside or by the front door so their ride doesn't miss them. No problem. Just sit with them. Make sure the client signs out at the end of the program.
Programs provided by the Alzheimer Society offer respite for caregivers and important social and intellectual engagement for people with dementia. These programs could not be delivered without the vital contribution of our volunteers.